there, my friends. Happy Monday to you. Hope you're doing well this morning. I don't know who said it first, but perhaps you've heard this statement. Don't die before you're dead. I just want to challenge someone this morning that if you have knowingly or perhaps even unknowingly just kind of settled into an average, mundane sort of life, I want to challenge you not to settle. Shake off the status quo. As children, we were asked the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? Every one of us at some point has been asked and has probably asked that question to a kid. What do you want to be when you grow up? What did you want to be as a child? Some kids say things like fireman or policeman or doctor, nurse, astronaut, preacher. The list goes on. But one thing is certain. When we're young, we have aspirations. The word aspiration means a strong desire, a longing, an aim, an ambition. A Get Schooled survey of high school students found that 78% of our youth have specific career aspirations. And they select these goals, if you will, because, for instance, 95% of the time, they have some type of personal passion toward that goal. 85% of the time, it's because they have talents that would be good toward that goal. Or 51% of the time, it's due to the desire to make money. 16% of the time, they choose a path because they desire to be famous. So let me ask you, go back and check in with that younger you. Maybe the subject of the aspiration has changed since you were a child or a young person. But I hope that you haven't lost aspiration altogether. Because too often over time, dreams begin to fade and they never seem to be replaced. And so we can slip into a monotonous routine of merely existing. And I get it. Painful experiences and self-doubt that accompanies the hard knocks that life inevitably brings convinces us to abandon the aspirations and to bury the dreams. But hear me this morning. Great aspirations are not reserved for those with perfect scenarios. Indeed, it's not about what you escape, but what you are prepared to endure that kind of better prepares you to achieve greater goals. So let me wrap up today's morning motivation by turning to historic context. Few Americans were more underprivileged than the small handful of individuals that walked off the Mayflower in 1620. These are people that had no homes, no government agency to help them build homes. They had no means of transportation except their own legs. Their only food came from the sea and from the forest, and it was hard work to get both. No money, and even if they had money, they had no place to spend money. They had no means of communication with their relatives in England, no Social Security or Medicare, but they had an unmatched commitment to their pursuit of a better life. So I'm challenging all of us that perhaps you're viewing today. Number one, I want to challenge you to always have a higher aspiration and pursue it with all that you can and all that you have. Number two, I want to encourage you, remain hopeful and diligent when things don't happen as fast as you want them to, because you have to remember that delay is not denial. Number three, I want to mention to you this morning, realize there are seasons in life. There are stages to the fulfillment of dreams. But understand, seasons are not an excuse. They are simply that, just a season. Number four, keep your focus. Don't settle for the average. And number five, always define your aspirations. Write them down. Keep them in front of you. Ultimately, the Apostle Paul says it best in Colossians chapter 3 and verse 23 when he said, whatever you do, do it enthusiastically as something done for the Lord and not for men. So let me ask you in closing, when was the last time that you wrote down a new goal or a new aim in some area of your life? Have you buried your aspirations with the pieces of shattered dreams? Let me encourage you. Begin to believe that you can grow again. Believe that your best days are not locked in your yesterdays. Find something to pursue and pursue it passionately. God bless you.